Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Question number 2. We just talked about Kansas, the consensus #1 team in the country. We just talked about Purdue, and we just talked about Duke. Those are 3 of the 4 teams that we mentioned as the consensus top 4. Michigan State more or less brings everybody back from last season, right? They lose Joey Hauser, who was good, but he's a replaceable piece. Sorry, Joey, but you are. They bring back their backcourt. They bring back Tyson Walker. They bring back AJ Hogarth. They bring back Jaden Akins, who I think is going to be on a lot of breakout star lists this season. Plus, they had a recruiting class that includes Xavier Booker, Jeremy Fears, and maybe the best athlete in college basketball in Cohen Carr. So let me ask you this. As a Michigan fan, Greg, why are we not talking more about Michigan State?
I think we're not talking about Michigan State because it's not always a great thing for an okay to good team to bring everybody back. And you mentioned Joey Hauser. You called him a replaceable guy. I don't think he is a replaceable guy, for the record. I think his shooting was really the identity of that team last year between him and Tyson Walker and Jaden Akins. Like, that was 43% type shooters the entire season. You lose one of them, they're not going to replace him with a shooter. I mean, you're going to hope Malik Hall makes shots, but his confidence and post-injury stuff at the end of last season is a little scary. I just think it's almost a case where I've made this argument before and I get laughed at by Michigan State fans, but I almost would have liked it if one of their backcourt members departed and maybe opened the door for a larger role for Jaden Akins, who is the guy I believe is the next level talent in that group. Now, you don't want that guy to be Tyson Walker because he's going to be first team All Big Ten. He's one of the clutchest players in America. He's got to return. You can do the math on who maybe the departure could have been. But look, this team is going to be really good. They need to somehow make a jump, though. Like, I need to see the reason why they're better than just a team that lost 13 games last season and 13 games the year before that. They got Tom Izzo. He's doing it his way. It's incredible. This recruiting class that's freshmen, they just need one of them to pop. They don't need all 3 of Booker, Fears, and Cohen Carr to pop. They just need one to be a starter caliber player, and you got to love the core that they have in place.
Yeah, I think that for me, it's our partner for today's episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 during the college basketball season, and I loved the impact that it had on my energy levels. I'm a big coffee in the morning guy, but by the time that the afternoon would hit, I needed another boost. AG1 helped me tremendously, especially on those days when I didn't want to get up off the couch and go hit the gym. Their tagline is AG1 is comprehensive health and the power of habit in one. And man, that could not be more true. It's nearly impossible to eat and drink in a healthy manner in the month of February and the month of March when you are in my business. And AG1 was exactly the supplement that I needed to improve my gut health and cover my nutritional basis for the day. I've continued that into April. I've continued that into May, and I'm going to continue that the rest of the summer. All I have to do is mix a scoop of AG1 with some water or maybe add it into a smoothie, and I'm ready to go. Do it after lunch, and you'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/field68. That's field 68 FIELD, the number 6, the number 8, and you can get yours now. So check it out and help support this show. Thanks. I think a little bit too much expectation is getting put on Xavier Booker, right? I don't think that there's really anybody coming into this freshman class that is going to be somebody that changes what any college basketball team is for the better, right? You don't want to have to rely on freshmen to be playing major roles this season. It's just not a very good freshman class. It is what it is. For him to come in and be asked to play a role where at the start of the year, you're probably looking at like 10 to 15 minutes a game for him, right? Earn some playing time, earn some minutes. All of a sudden, he kind of figures out what he's doing defensively. You put a little strength on him. You could put him at the 5 next to Malik Hall with those 3 guards that we talked about, and you got a lineup that looks really dangerous and frankly, like a lot of fun. I think your point about having teams that bring back a bunch of guys that were just okay the continuity factor, I think, is 100% spot on. I mean, how much did we see that last year with teams like TCU, with teams like Creighton, who were like preseason top 10 kind of teams and ended up being exactly what they thought we would be. Both of them were 6 seeds last year, kind of like top 25-ish, back end top 25-ish kind of teams. That's kind of what I think the floor is for Michigan State this year. All that said, you got maybe the best backcourt in college basketball, right? Mm-hmm. How many are better than them? I don't know if there is anybody better than them. Tyson Walker makes big shots. Jay Nakins, stud. AJ Hogard, if he's your third best guard, you have a very, very good backcourt. And get that guy Tom Izzo. You know, the one thing I will say is that when he's hyped up, they tend to deliver, right? Michigan State teams tend to deliver. You got 30 seconds. Respond. Take us home.
No, you're right. I think you've got to identify one element that you think takes a leap in order for them to go from a team that was outside the top 25 much of last season to a top 5 caliber team. And to me, it's depth. Last year, their bench was essentially unplayable. This year, between Booker and Fears and Carr, they're going to have options there. And 2, it's can they figure out the center spot? Mady Sissoko was fine. They need someone.
Remember how good he was for like a week?
Well, yeah, I mean, once the scouting report was out on him that he was not a threat whatsoever, that fell apart a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun when Mady Sissoko was the thing. Like, it was the Champions Classic and then one more game, and then everybody forgot about him.
He had that Euro step against Kentucky. He looked like Giannis, and then
right?
Never seen again.
Yep, and then he died. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.